Hello and good evening. My name is John, and I'm joined by
MPG.
and we're here playing Reigns: Game of Thrones as part of my Steam cleaning series. I got every game in my Steam library, eventually an arbitrary rate, and or review on the Wheel of Playtime. I don't quite know what the emphasis is about random. This is released in October of 2018 when I think Reigns was still, or sorry, not Reigns, but Game of Thrones is still popular. MPG, what's your experience with Reigns and what's your experience with Game of Thrones?
I don't know if I have any experience with Reigns. I might.
Oh.
But Game of Thrones, I watched the TV show.
Yeah.
And I was not allowed to read the books by my husband. He forbid it. Like the dutiful wife that I am,
yes,
I have not read them.
I've read the books. I've not watched the show. I gave up on the last book, though. I couldn't finish it. It was just too much. Okay, now I'm going to go into the narrative corner, which is fine.
Okay.
My biggest complaint with a lot of fantasy writings is when they get their head up their bum about some sort of weird fetish. And I'm not talking like a sexual fetish, just like something that really sets them off. So like Tolkien loves old men at campfires telling stories, and he'll put them and talk like that, and it's like, I don't really want that. And like, you know, Wheel of Time, I know, who did Wheel of Time? He died, and then it was done by, Wheel of Time is nuns on a boat. Like at a certain point they get to, and like, so Game of Thrones, the last book that I read, they just started talking about food and like just really zooming in. You know that scene from Lord of the Rings where like the guy's like eating those tomatoes and it's just like the most disgusting thing. And it's like, I get what you're trying to say, but like, I don't need a full chapter of this. And there was chapter after chapter of like talking about eating food and riding in a car, talking about riding in a carriage and eating food. And I'm just like, I want a little faster pace, you know? And like, I think, you know, Rothfuss is a great writer, but also gets in the place where it's like, you're really going deep on this personal thing. And that's where it's like, you gotta pull back. You need someone to say no occasionally, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Stephen King thing. Like, he does not have an editor anymore.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess, you know, maybe it's that he really has just gotten to the point where he can edit himself. But yeah, and you know, most people do need somebody to look at this, look at their stuff and say, you know, I know that this is something that is very close to your heart, but we're going to cut it.
It's a level of percentages where either you have to dial in and go like, if this is not hitting 60% of your target audience, you may want to pull it back a little bit. Yeah. Because you can't do excellence in all areas. So The Reigns is a long running series. There's quite a few of them. There's 5 of them. I'm gonna check here. Reigns, Reigns Her Majesty, Reigns Game of Thrones, Reigns Three Kingdoms, and Reigns Beyond. So Reigns is all binary choices, either left or right.
I need to see Dragon.
I need to see Drogon.
Okay. All right. I thought for a second it was I need to see Dragon, and I was like, that never has a choice resonated so deeply in my soul that I need to see Dragon.
All right, so which one do you want? These are all left to right.
All right. Let's see. Let's do the Small Council.
Yes?
Yes.
Then you must allow me. He leads your hand to send this. Sometimes there's no choice.
Yeah.
Very muppety. Welcome, Your Grace, to the first council of your reign. We are here to advise you should you need us. How tedious, or are any news from the north?
Is there any news from the north?
Winterfell is asking for more money. They keep complaining about their losses during the War of the Five Kings. And then, so this is, you have 5 things of your military strength, something, peoples, and then monies. And you'll see little dots that tell you what's the impact on there.
Yeah.
And so this is our Lord of Corn. So do you want to say for good reason, or we can't help them?
All right. I apologize. So Tyrion is the hand, which means, does this take...
You are Queen Daenerys. We are playing Daenerys.
Daenerys. So this is Queen Daenerys, who is not insane.
I can't guarantee you that. I know nothing about how where this game picks up.
This was very like this is almost like a fanfic kind of situation.
A little bit, yeah. And if any one of these bars get all the way full or all the way empty, you lose.
Got it. Okay.
Full or empty, to be very clear.
Got it. All right. So let's say that we can't help them because in this situation...
Yeah. This is all tutorial.
Oh my God. You know who this is? This is that guy in Star Wars
Oh, okay.
This is the guy, the way he talks.
Yoda.
No, not Yoda. The like red team.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He had like the big black eyes and like little like he almost looked like a little catfish.
Yeah. This is
not General Akbar.
Oh.
Not It's a Trap. It was the guy who was just like in the background, but he was like he would talk in this like
right. It's all alien lingo.
Okay.
But this is also true. They're telling you like they're teaching you the stats. There's a money stat. Lady Sasha is loved by the people. A strong alliance with the North that benefit. You are right, or I doubt it.
You are right.
Then we have faith. Help us spread faith at the 7, and we will make sure the alliance is well received. Your help is appreciated, or I will consider it.
I will consider it.
So that went down.
Yeah.
I humbly advise you to never give any of your power to the. So must be power to the priest. They'll eventually turn against you. Indeed, or but
that's right. They will.
Indeed. I heard that my love for the crown is pure as the maiden. I believe you should. Oh, it gets cut off.
Yeah. Okay, so either way, I believe.
And there's no dots up here, so it doesn't immediately affect anything, but it could. Yeah. A gold cloak storms into the small council.
Is it Jamie?
This is Aaron Vance. Forgive the interruption, Your Grace, but a mob is gathering outside the keep. Disperse them, or what do they want?
What do they want?
Shall we step outside and ask them? Let's adjourn the small council. Yes or no? Send the gold cloaks.
Go send the gold cloaks.
You try to exterminate ants with YFL, you might burn down the castle around you.
I'm not saying send them to kill everybody. I'm saying send them to ask what they want.
So this is where nuance comes in. In all games, nuance is lost because you don't have an active GM.
Right.
So like the game has to guess what your intention was. Now I don't know what send the gold cloaks means in context of what this game is like, but clearly they're implying that means that's a very strong aggressive thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So do we pull back or do we keep going?
I'd say you're right.
You go to the gates to meet the crowd. Oh, okay.
So we go and address the angry mob ourselves.
I think we're gonna just like get off right away. Oh, yeah. We gotta. Oh, okay. We got a chart here. Calm the mob or wave and smile. Praise Daenerys up on her name day. Wave and smile.
Oh, all right, then wave and smile.
Okay, we must have a mob at our gates. I suppose this is the best sort. Happy name day, Daenerys Stormborn. Don't be foolish or thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. A pilgrim of the 7 was killed by mercenaries on his way to the capital. Will you make restitutions to his family? Yes, probably increases faith and lowers gold, or no, probably decreases faith.
A pilgrim of the 7. My mercenaries, why would we have to make restitution? We didn't kill him.
Okay, no.
So no.
My queen, forgive the sudden interruption, but we are receiving 2 urgent ravens, one from the wall and one from the other marine. The wall. John or Marine.
Marine. Let's do Marine.
Having read the message, I must implore you to calm your dragon blood, not to act in haste. Oh, wow. Silence or let me read them.
Let me read them.
Oh, hi, Birdie.
I need to go.
Jon Snow is missing beyond the wall. On behalf of our rangers, we have seen the dead. Send help, Samwell Tarly. The fool, or I need to go.
I need to go.
My queen, Marine has fallen. Traitors pound on the door as I write this. Will show them the finest hospitality. Darino Narthis. The fool or Marine?
Marine.
Oh gosh. You steal through the darkness along the narrow passage beneath the Cellblight. Narcissus or Drogon?
Drogon. Dragon doesn't wake up. Oh, he's a kitty cat.
Oh, Drogon's the dragon's name.
Yeah. Dracarys.
Oh, we got an achievement. Something stirs inside the Drogon. At your urgent command, he breathes a column of fire, destroying his chains.
Okay, why was he chained?
This one I don't know. It's all based on. I am I'm lore blind.
Yeah, I know.
So let's step back here for a second. Go back to the narrative corner here.
All right.
Does the heavy theming make this game impossible or very hard for a person like me who cannot process lore My internal gut bacteria has no ability to process lore because I am lactose intolerant. Does that make me less intrigued of this one? Because like of all the Reigns game, I would never pick this one.
Yeah.
Now I let you pick without knowledge.
I definitely think that this is not. You don't pick up this game unless you are already sunk into Game of Thrones and its lore.
You wouldn't let us go like
they're not. Yeah, this is a good starting point for Game of Thrones. You know, like this would be. So you're only playing this because you already know what Game of Thrones is, and Game of Thrones was inescapable when this came out.
Yeah,
you know,
you would be more likely to find this game as a Game of Thrones fan and go, oh, I'll try this out versus a Reigns fan who went like, oh, good, Game of Thrones. Like if you didn't, you know, and to be fair, this game is $1.50, so like it's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I like the game, so I played that too.
Yeah.
No, stay, please stay. Oh, you mad dragon queen, will you not heed my advice? If anything happened to you, I will be back. I don't have a choice. Oh well.
I don't have a choice.
At least tell me where you're going. To Marine or to the Wall?
I guess if we're playing Daenerys, we got to go to the Wall and pick up our.
So that's a little dot and that's a big dot. So it doesn't tell you which way it'll go, but it'll be a big impact. So to the Wall?
Okay. Yeah. We got to go pick up our boyfriend.
The mother of dragons never returned to King's Landing.
Okay.
The queen is gone.
Queen is gone.
So these are some so they give you these recommendations like how to see more cards. Dragon seems dissolved in the horizon, the vision of the slowly receding flames, the fires were in pleasantry. I don't understand. Daenerys is the blood of the dragon, she would not flee. Lord of the Light, I would never doubt your power. Your design is perfect. Only my understanding is flawed. Daenerys is not Azor Allah reborn, then who is? Tyrion Lannister? What a bold idea.
Okay, so this is like...
Oh, the fire twists turns secret her face the king. Okay, so now we can choose who we play as. That's interesting.
All right, so we can play as Tyrion.
Yeah.
And we just finished playing as Daenerys.
We got an ending. I don't know if finish is the right term.
Okay.
Because if we...
Interesting. So these are very small. Like these are like little snackable Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah, we have one ending here, at least, and there's plenty of endings.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna look at this because this is again they're using what I'm assuming are the like HBO.
Must be. It has to be. Yeah.
So top middle looks like Jon.
Sure.
Top right looks like maybe Cersei.
Sure.
Middle, or left middle looks like I'm thinking that's not Sansa. That's somebody else.
Sansa's here. That's
Sansa, yeah. And
who is the wife of the boy king who got by poison? Sansa's sister.
Yeah. Well, no, Sansa. It was what's her face.
Clearly, Game of Thrones fans here.
Look, like I said, I watched the TV show. I was not allowed to read the books. My husband forbid it, and I am dutiful to him. So, but yeah, I mean, honestly, the rest of them, I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. I don't know if these characters are strong enough to carry a lot of plot.
Yeah.
Like I can't name, like.
Yeah. Like, okay. Okay, so Jaime is still alive. I was gonna say, is one of them Jaime?
I don't. Why do you ask me your hand? You don't know the ones to spare. Is this a joke? I wouldn't.
It's a good one though.
We'll get you kids someday. You know that. I need you, Jaime. I'm well aware.
I need you, Jaime.
The Dothraki queen made a mistake leaving you in charge. People want you dead. I cannot forgive you, but I will not let you die.
Okay. Thank you.
Two brothers defend the kingdom, a cripple and an imp, the Kingslayer and the Kingslayer. A Kingslayer and a Kinslayer. What will bards write about us? Improvement in the current ones, that's why I pay them.
That's why I pay them.
One of your duties as the king to serve justice. We happen to have a difficult case. Tell me more. Do I look that bored?
Do I look that bored? I mean, we're playing as the imp,
yeah.
So, you know.
Don't forget the rose always has thorns. Or gold was widely hidden still more than
Lady Ray. That's the House Tyrell lady. That's what I was thinking about. She's the one who ended up marrying.
Okay.
Joffrey. And this is like, I'm curious, like I'm trying to think of like what part of the story was this written in, because some of these people, like obviously.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the webpage right now. It says, this is what it says. Reigns Game of Thrones is heir to the award-winning HBO copyright TV series Game of Thrones copyright, and the smash hit Swipe 'em Up Reigns, no copyright, from Neural and Digital Evolver. So the game summary, the game summary on Steam, when you have one paragraph to tell people about the game, is nothing but, have you seen these things? It's like Ready Player One.
No, it really is. I mean, and that's one of those, like, and to be fair, when is the last time you played a tie-in, like you read a novelization, you played a tie-in game that was like, wow, this actually slaps. Yeah, like this was not something that was just like, you know, pushed out in order to make a cheap buck.
Again, I will say that the stronger the brand, the weaker the game. Typically, I believe I go back and look at my. If you're one of our 4 viewers, if you go back and look at both my reviews for Reigns and Rage Her Majesty, they were strong yeses. This game is a no for me because I just don't get the lore, and this is going to come across as like negative. It's like, I will write, and I'm going to get ahead of myself here. If you're not a fan of 2018 Game of Thrones, this is not for you. That is not a scalding review of the game. It's just, clearly this is not for me, and I'm okay with that. The weaker ones, like, I really like Telltale's A Wolf Among Us. I had no idea what the lore or the comic books were. Apparently it was a graphic novel that was well received, but like, I don't know that stuff, I was fine with it. Walking Dead was early on in Walking Dead. After that point for Telltale, the rest of the Walking Dead games, like the second season or My Cone or the first person shooter ones, like, no interest at all. Yeah. So it comes down to
I mean, I don't know that I've ever had like tie-in media where I was like, oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah. I mean, the most I can
say is like, all right, it's like this was competently executed. I think again, like, the people writing this are like, they're clearly big fans, but I mean, it's fanfic.
Oh yeah,
it's a game of, it's not a
but
game
it's not
of
only
Thrones,
that, it's second order operation here, because it's based on the HBO show, so it's the book to the show to the game, so we're now 2 degrees of separation.
I remember when the first Tim Burton Batman came out.
Okay.
There was a novelization for that, and I read it.
Yeah.
And it was awful. Doubtful.
Oh, sorry. I'm just waving.
Yeah. Close the brothels. No, what? No, he would never say that. All right. Yeah.
We lost.
Yeah.
What?
What?
We got.
Oh.
So mechanically, I think this is, because the character is so prescriptive. Like, do you have to play, like, again, I'm fascinated. If there's 9 separate characters, do they play different, or are you just wearing a different skin and you're making the same choices? Like, how much does being Tyrell matter versus being Daenerys versus being Jon Snow or something like that?
Yeah.
You know,
it did seem to me like they got some of the voices right. So I'll give them that. But yeah, I'm not as so we don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't get far enough. We burned out real fast. We met 2 of 29 endings. We've got 3 of 64 portraits, and we've only discovered 38 cards, which is not nearly all the cards. Can I go on that? No, but I can go here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm not trying to be negative to the Reigns series. I just feel like,
Yeah.
But like, if they would have made like Reigns Kingdom Reigns Kingdom, where you're playing around on your horse going back and forth, like, is that really a good tie-in? I mean, they also made a I'm not playing any of them. Like, there's a Game of Thrones one by Telltale, which I'm not playing, which I heard was fine. But again, it's like, if you're not a fan first of the content, you're not going to get as much out of it.
Yeah. And I actually do sort of wonder, especially with how that series ended with a fart sound. Like, is anybody picking this up?
It was released in October 2018. It's 6 years old. Like,
right. But
it's
like,
on sale for $1.50.
Like,
you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
all right.
All right. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.